So this one here is on page 24, example number 7, a continuation of the home insurance calculating for premium. So we've been talking about the tenant insurance. So we did that one time where it's just basically if somebody's renting, they just have to pay for the premium to insure their belongings. Now we're getting into the homeowner where they have to insure both the physical building and also the stuff or the contents that goes along with it. So let's take a look at question number 7 and then we'll go on with solving this. It says here, Jill has applied for a mortgage to purchase a house. So I circled the word purchasing a house because when we say purchasing a house, that tells us it's going to be a homeowner's insurance. So circling that one. And then which is located in Pine Falls, Manitoba, and they tell us Pine Falls is in Area 3. That's another factor to consider. And the bank approves a mortgage but requires her to purchase a house insurance before they release the money. And that's actually a requirement. When the bank want to make sure before they give the money to you as a loan, they want to make sure that you have an insurance right off the bat. She requires $310,000 of insurance coverage. So I circled that one because that's part of the things that we have to consider. And another thing that we have to consider is the fact that it's standard insurance. Because there's different kinds, like standard or comprehensive. And then the last thing is the deductible, which is $500. The question is, calculate Jill's annual insurance premium. So what we need to do here, because we are looking for annual insurance premium, we have to use our information at the front here. Well, not at the front, but on page 20. Okay. So it says here, what do we have? We have to have a coverage amount of $310,000. So you go over here, coverage amount of $310,000. Our table only goes up to 200, right? Our table only goes up to 200. So how much more do we have? How much more coverage do we need to make it to 310,000? So it's used to be we need 110. Right, 110. Get a piece of paper in here. So we need to have 310,000. 310,000. Our table only goes up to 200. So, yeah, minus the 200. So we have the 200,000. So how much more do we need? We're gonna need $110,000 more, right? More coverage. Okay, so I'm just gonna write this down just so that we know. So what else do we have in here? So up to 200,000, area 3. So we're gonna go to area 3. Area 3 and standard. That's going to give us $726. Okay, so that's the first part, $726. So it's going to cost us for this one $726. Now, for anything above that, anything for the remaining 110, we have to buy more coverage, right? Because we need to get 310. So how much is that one? Area 3, and it says here, add $3.55 per thousand of coverage, extra coverage. So here, we're gonna have $3.55 per $1,000. Okay, so we're gonna put that into factor. Okay, so I'm gonna write it properly on the appropriate page. So don't worry. So we're gonna need a coverage amount is 310,000. Okay, but our table only goes up to 200, so we're gonna go up to $200,000 coverage, and then we're gonna have the extra amount of $110,000 coverage. Okay. So this one here, the premium is gonna be $726. And then for the extra, it's going to be $3.55 per thousand. Okay, so how do we put it together? So how do we put all of these calculations together? Before I do that, is everybody okay with this? Is this not so bad? Right? You split it up.
So I'm guessing that 726 will cover the 200, and for the 110 it's 355 per thousand.
Correct, yeah,
And then-
that is correct.
So
Yeah, absolutely. So that's, yeah. So $726 will cover the $200,000 coverage, and then it's $355 per thousand for the remaining 110. You got it.
you times that by 110.
Yeah, we're gonna times it by 110 divided by 1,000. Yeah. So let's write all of that information down. So annual premium. Okay, so how much is a premium? $726 to cover the 200. And then here, it's going to be 110,000 divided by $1,000 times $3.55. So this is going to be $726. And then, now, I know I've shown you some of the shortcuts, right, with the taxes and everything. Would you like to see the shortcut of this? Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course you want to do the shortcut. So here we go. 110,000 divided by 1,000. Can you see that there's the word 1,000, three zeros cancel each other out? Okay. 1,000. So the 3 zeros cancel each other out. So what's left over? 110 times $3.55. Okay. So this one here is much better to type, right? It's not a lot of numbers, especially with those extra zeros. It could get confusing, right? So this is 726 plus 110 times 3.55. It's going to be $3.90, $390.50 rather. Okay. So what does this mean? It would cost $726 to cover for the $200,000 coverage, and the $390 to cover the 110. Is that pretty clear? Yeah. And then you just add those two together. It's going to be $1,116.50. Now, that's how much the premium is, not including taxes. So the next part is for us to do the taxes, which is how much?
Times 1.07.
Yeah, because it's 7%, so we're going to multiply by 1.07. So let's do just that. So annual premium, I'll just put here with 7% tax, equaling to $1,116.50 times 1.07. Okay. It's going to give us a grand total of $1,194, and this is what I got. I'll just show you on the screen here. $1,194.655. Now we gotta round it off to 2 decimal places, so it would be rounded off to 66. Now I skipped this one here, and I should have said something earlier. We have a $500 deductible. What does that mean? If there is a claim, right, there's a $5 that you have to put in. And what about for the premium? Okay, so it's $500 deductible, meaning that there's no 10% increase. So maybe we should write that down. Should have talked about that earlier. So there is no increase in this case. Okay, because all of the table values on the tenancy insurance table are all for $500 deductible. Okay, how do you like that one? Okay, it's not so bad. You just gotta organize some stuff in here. So I like how we have this piece to kind of sort our thoughts about how that is calculated. Okay, so that kind of gives us the last bit in here, questions 8, 9, and 10. For you to work on, certainly give those questions a try. If you were here yesterday, yesterday we assigned question 7. If you weren't here yesterday, I would say try 7.
Can you roll
Question
down
7.
example 6?
Example 6, of course. Okay, is that good? So leave it to that. So everybody knows what we're going to be working on for the rest of the period.